Hello and welcome. Right, well, yes, I think you can sort of see we did fairly well. And we still have actually more product to sell. We have pig food, which was, I've just been chatting with yourselves at the end of the session, saying that if you look very closely, I can sell this. On Riverbend Springs we've got this and we can sell it straight away, but if you look closely, the boxes are half buried. Now, triggers are very funny about levels. So I think it's not popping the trigger. We can drop pallets on it, but I think for the level of getting the trigger level, I don't think it's working. But we have changed our mind anyway. I think we're going to go into pigs. So actually the pig food we're not going to sell anymore. We're actually going to buy some pigs soon. So that is the plan. Over the winter, we had a cracking winter. Well, as you can see, a lot of that was through selling all of our soups. Also, we have an awful lot of produce still on hand. Yeah, in our productions because we did so well. So we're in the carrots. Oh, we want that to be not selling anymore. And we want that to be not selling anymore. But we have got on hand in here still 77 tons of that and 123. Oh, I don't know. It is going down fairly well. I think we ought to do... Yeah, I think we ought to crack on. I think what we ought to do is all vegetables and all potatoes. I'm even contemplating. We've got 4 fields. So that would be all 3 vegetables and potatoes. That would be perfect. I know the flour. We've still got a bit of flour. We could also... I know it's further away, but we could... There's that field 15 that's not... I mean, that's not really... This is a Pharaoh trek, though. About field 6. They're all a long way away. The closest, I would say, is probably field 4. Which has barley and which would actually do nicely. Oh, we've got some bits of trees lying around in the air. That must be me. Yeah, we could. It's only literally just up there. I mean, it's a Pharaoh trek, but what I mean is it's what a farmer has to do sometimes. So I would say it's not really a bad idea. It's as big as our field 7. Go on then, let's do it. So we also bought a field in this session. We're down to 141,000. Now, the one thing we did quite a bit of ducking and diving of our own. We did. You may see that some tractors are missing, or a tractor is missing, and we now have another tractor, and we also have a telehandler. Yeah, so we got rid of the front loader, as in we part X'd it, because this dropped. We own this potato planter. This was 90 odd grand. This took most of our profit from the bread. To actually buy that. We also bought the Pharis in for the future, but now we've gone into pigs. I don't know why we bought it, but then I thought we might be going to cows. Or we might still go into cows. It's true, we have got the mixer. Yeah, although, if we're going to go into cows, how about the grass and all the rest of it for making mixing and that? I don't really know. I think maybe we don't have the mixer. Yeah, so that really... We're sort of self-sufficient for the businesses we've got. We've got the vegetable planter, and now we've got a 6-metre potato planter. So and also, I did point out, not everybody may have noticed me doing this. You can visit one of these. Surely I can visit. Yeah. Thank goodness for Omatana putting the teleport. Yeah, there's 17 odd tons of... Now, I can't show you because it shows... Obviously, the silo by the cannery, our little cannery, that shows the storage as well. So I've got, obviously, a lot of... It's classed as being in that. This has got 17 tons of seed potatoes in for us to seed. So that is quite amazing. 99 tons of straw in there. I didn't realise. Wow. And we've got a lot of straw there as well. I was saving those once I feel like when we went into cows, but it looks like we're probably not going to be doing that now. But yeah, so we bought that. I think that's it really. We did a lot of ducking and diving though, really. An awful lot of selling throughout the winter. But that's it. Yeah, it really is. Next session we're going to get cracking with, yeah, potatoes and all of the vegetables, I think. And obviously we've now got that field of barley, which... Let's have a quick look and see what we need to do on that, because all of our work... Well, we've got it ploughed ready. That's obviously already planted. Oh, it's fully fertilised. And it's got absolutely no weeds. So that's a real bonus. We somehow managed to get a field that's fully done. Doesn't need... I think it needs ploughing. I'm sure I saw it needs ploughing. Yeah, so we'll have to do that afterwards, obviously. Field 8 needs liming, but we're going to get this lot done in the coming session. So I don't want to go on because it's already a long session. So we're down to 121,512 euros. But we have bought another field and we have bought quite a lot of equipment. And we've also got a 420 horsepower tractor, the Valtra, which is now the lead tractor. So yeah, real, absolutely win-win on so many levels. Yeah, amazing. So yeah. All that remains to be said is I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Right, microphone check. That seems to be fine. Right, boy did we do a lot of work last session. We really did. Yeah, I've been fiddling around with some mods today, and I'm not sure if I've broken things. It's so easy to break an i3D file. It really is. Yeah, it is teaching me a lot of what I can and can't do, and it's also teaching me to back up your work before you play around with things. It's just like being back at work. Yeah, it is. I've got to be honest. Right, so it's August, and we've ripped all of our fields straight away, which we needed to because most of them were root crops anyway, so we may as well have done all... Now, did we send... I think we sent that back. I'm sure I actually did that. I remembered. I'm sure I did for once, but if we look, we should see if there's any leasing items there or not. Fantastic. Right, so yeah, we have done all this. We haven't got a stone picker, have we? No, we've not. It would be in the ease. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we haven't got much choice with quite a lot of items. We've literally just got, like, sometimes one or two. It's, to be honest, the FS22 was the same. Until the modders, like, fluffed things out, it really was there was very little choice, apart from perhaps your tractors and things like that. So, yeah, it's the month of August. We're at 57,184, which is not bad. Now, I would imagine we bought everything, yes, because we've been dabbling quite a bit. It is now, we're going through the winter. We've got our bread to sell in pig food. We've got a little bit coming through. Now, that's the thing. I'm not sure whether that's going to work. Yeah, but I've got a little tiny bit. It's making it. I'm not sure. I've broken the way of unloading, but it's not going to matter anyway. So I'm not... Yeah, so the bread, we've got plenty. And it's shown as white still. So it's not good. It's on its way up, but it's still an awful long way from top. So the carrots and that, likewise, they're all... And there's nothing really on green. Everything's on... Yeah, low. So we're looking for those. So let's go straight through. I've removed Fast Night. It was again. I'm not calling the mod. If it's what you want and it's something that we've all got mods that we love and mods that we don't particularly love. Yeah. So really, I'm not sure what to say. Other than that, it's true. What one person's bestest mod is not another person's. So production costs, income, property maintenance. Right. We have. Now, we have a front loader, don't we? We don't have a... Now, that would be useful. It's always the Manitou, though. Always the Manitou that's actually coming up. Tractors, we have enough. But I think we'll do some dabbling. Right, so we need... Yeah, you would be the first. Is our front loader worth anything? I suppose that is the real question to be asked, because... It would be better to have a... so it is a Kubota. Is our Kubota worth anything still? Oh, it would half the price of our... Yeah, it is. So I think we'll part exit. And I'm not being nasty. Obviously, front loaders, It is good. The one thing I've always said about this, and I've never... It's better than not having a front loader. It was also very reasonable, but also I suppose you could look at this as an investment for the day today when we were going to sell it on, but we still have the use of it, which is not a bad sort of thing. So we'll sell this and part chop it for a telehandler that's just come into the sales. But we'll also have the cash of this on hand while we do our bit of wheeler dealering. Yeah, so there's nothing really worth a lot. Yeah, I've got to be honest, the wheeler dealering is really, really sort of, on hard economy, proving to be quite useful. And also, yeah, it did teach me a trick as well, really, that you can put, like, my little silos down as an extension, which then makes it very useful. So again, and that it was partially built, that's why it's cheap. It's like a little mini silo, deliberately for that sort of purpose, which is why it's cheap. Also, it's from reclaimed materials, so yeah, a bit like that old battered one there. But we try to give our BI Industries does try to give back to the farmer, insists on giving back to the farmer because we are farmers. So yeah, it's we try to give back. Simple as. So then, let's sell this, and we will get a little bit more than what it said. We will. Fantastic. Now we are obviously going to wheeler dealer a little bit, and we have got the big blue. No, I think this would do nicely for this job. It's not. It's on a flat surface. I know it's got narrows and all the rest of it, but we really have enough bottom to go. So, oh, it's a tractor. Yeah, he doesn't really need much assistance. Now then, have we got anything within that range? 62,060. We will grab them. Oh, we've left the... We have, haven't we? We've left everything down at the bottom. We literally just grabbed the... oh well. Yeah. The front loader, we dropped it off on the field, or I dropped it off on the field, and now we need to go grab it. Right, so we want to sell you, yes. Right, can we do anything else? Yeah, we're going to need to do that. We need that, but we're going to leave that till last, because then we can literally, we're all right. Which does mean, I believe the John Deere needs to be its old self with the front loader. We've got the massive weight, so it's going to do its fulfill its function. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go through to a time lapse this. This is a test really, just to see, because I think going through the winter, I don't want this to take forever, but we're likely. Oh, okay. Oh, it was the Massey. It was the Massey. It was, which we sold a long time ago to get the big class. Well, it was instrumental in getting the big class, shall we just say. Right, so customize, and we do indeed want a front loader attacher. We do want the quick. Which is right outside the door. I have no idea where the weight is, although I have a suspicion it's down by the shed. Suspicion. Can we manage with one of the back things as a weight here? It's more the quick. But we could lease up. We could actually, it is true. We could actually, so front loader tools, they are literally, so with transport stats, with that camera, yes. For once, we don't care about the 3, 2 will do nicely. Lease you for €25. Fantastic. And I think we'll probably use one of those items there as the back weight. I'm trying to think. I would say the Damcon is probably the heaviest of what we can lift. Yeah, I would imagine the header. Although headers are funny things, really. Yeah, it's one thing I do miss, and that's the weight of it. It will tell you exactly how heavy anything is, which is very, very useful. Right, so then, now... I think I covered that. Yeah, I sneezed, I did. Right, so then attach a type jar. Oh, right, okay. We don't particularly care, but it's nice to know that. Yeah, so time lapse, I believe, is what we said, isn't it, not, Mr. Smith? Right, so let's say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. They hit time lapse because I'm not sure. Yeah, usually the winter session's a good session. So if I like time lapse this, it's going to be over in 10 minutes, and it's like, yeah, I always find it's the icing on the cake. It's where you make your money from like the year that you've just done. So yeah, I think we'll keep that for the future. That one we'll buy. But that one I think we're going to keep. Again, like these other things for the future. Obviously, the thing is, this is an alpha map, maybe even a beta. JMGaming didn't call it a beta, but it really is in a way, because he did the first map and then he put it in for testing not long afterwards. So we did a lot of testing on this. And right, okay, that's still not. Hello, young man. You a ghost in the machine, but I still don't mind running you over. Yeah, with this being the Risoux mash, I don't think it could cope with this 10-meter header. The normal starting harvester can, but that I can't see the Risoux mash coping with this. So yeah, we're not going to keep this one for posterity. That one we're going to sell. Right, so we're going to buy that one, which is going to really mean we're down a bit on cash. For the time being. Yeah, obviously we're keeping our eye open for, I mean, we are about to sell, obviously hoping to sell when it goes in the green. The bread is what we're looking for in the green. The carrot soup and that, this tends to be quite high a lot of the time. Pig food likewise is always a high price. The other thing is the small farmer's kiosk, remember it's got a bonus be above what it actually says. We're going to look at this closely because it's self-marketing. This has got a 50% bonus on the price that you see. The one from Riverbend Springs had a 25%. This has got a 50%. I just thought if we were going to do self-marketing, then we'll do self-marketing. I'm going to do also one without the bonus, which is just going to be a map sale point. Well, I was thinking earlier I might actually do one that does 3. I might do a super bonus, which is the 50% bonus, a 25% bonus, which is the standard one, which Giants very generously put at 25%, and then I'll put a one that's at totally, you know, like zilch. But bearing in mind, if you were marketing yourself, you would be making a markup because you're cutting the middleman out. That can be a considerable amount. So I would say half again on top is not an unreasonable amount for self-marketing. But again, 25% maybe. And again, this is down to everybody's individual, but I'm just laying my cards on the table. This has got a bonus. So when it says you get 13,770, now we're going to use the selling method, so we won't be getting a bonus. But the things like bread, which we will take, now if that was worth 58,000, we would get a bonus on top of that. Like, so we'd be getting more like 81,000 because it's half again on what it's saying there. So yeah, it just, you'll see it, and I'm going to point it out. But I'm not. I always say what I'm going to do. There's never anything underhand. I'm always going to be honest about what we sort of do. So prices are still on the bread is what we're looking for. The soups and that. Yeah, I mean it's going down a little bit. I mean actually, yeah, it's not quite as generous as I thought. The soups and that they don't seem to be what I thought they would be. I thought, did I go for an even more advanced one? Did I pay for a super duper? What are the cycles on this? 96 times 100, which should be 9,600. That's, yeah. Well, perhaps we were late in the day the first time, so let's go straight through. This should be a full day. Right, so we haven't got any animals as of yet. Let's go straight through to November morning. Prices can start to pick up for bread, but normally bread is December, January. It really is quite a reliable thing that is almost canola oil. It's a bit hit and miss. You can... I think, again, it's similar to FS25, where it was in the middle of the night. What's your best thing? Oh, now this is the one that keeps on coming up in the sales like this. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, this is not... Again, this is for the map. Just trying to think... That's worth 134. I'm thinking of when I can find it. I can't see. It begins with F. I'm sure it does. Farasin Farm Tech. No, it's not. It's not. It's a Deutz. Yeah, I was thinking of the Far, the Deutz Far. That's worth 94. I'm thinking. This is a cracker, but it's 287 horsepower. This one, we'd be getting that back for it. Again, it's the duck. It's really trying to do what's best for the map. And I think, as I love it as well, it's not, this is not, yeah, this is not because I don't like the Deutz. It's a beautiful machine, but it really is for the benefit of the farm to try to get bigger tractors. This is only just on the edge of capable for this map on some of these nasty sort of hills. Yeah, I mean that's 351. The other's 325. This is the lowest, but nevertheless, it's also because it's worth a lot, and so therefore the trade-in of this is almost going to be for a tractor that is bigger. Now we don't really need to worry about the front loader now. We've got a dedicated one. I know the Deutz. I'm sure that actually Yeah, wow, even more. We've pretty much actually bought that outright. And its horsepower is 280, so it's exactly the same horsepower right now as what we've got. If we did max, what would that be? That is a 420 for 33. 134 would literally clear us out though. So I think we're going to buy it as is for now. Yep, and we will upgrade it in the future. We're also going to buy that as well, and we're going to sell that. Yep. So, again, ducking and diving for the benefit of the farmer. Now, it really is, obviously, FS22, it was, if you bought something through the sales, it was the death knell. It was worthless the second you went out of the gates. It was totally worthless. And I was happy with that because, to be honest, you got really good equipment. I've always been happy with the second-hand equipment. I used to use the second-hand equipment mod in FS19 almost to the complete, which was all. It was a very clever mod. I'm surprised. I suppose it was never needed. I'm quite sure somebody would have remade that for FS22 if it was necessary. Right, so we've got another tractor. We want to repair this, and I no doubt it's going to cost me a small fortune. But that's the price you pay for, like, grabbing something like that, is it not? Yeah. Again, that's what I say, the ducking and diving often pays for the repairs of your... No, we do also need to do this too. So I don't... Oh no, we did it. We did it down the bottom. Yeah, my bad. Right, so then, what are the prices like? Let's not get sidetracked totally. It is yellow, so it's on its way. And the soup is now... Yes, it's going up nicely now. It is. That's more like what I would expect to see. We can see the tonnage on the potatoes is going down. Pig food is going up nicely. Again, it's not going up in massive amounts. It's proportionate to the... Yeah, I don't know if I've actually homed in on that. And I'm doing this on other things as well, although I think I've broken a couple of productions in doing this. Yeah, 100, you're going to get 100 back, but it's going to be the 25 is pig food. It's edible waste, basically, which we could feed to pigs. Yeah, that's the premise. Obviously, there's always a compromise with a game like Farmer Simulator. And this is the compromise everybody made in FS22, Omatana, and Farmer Jeb. So I'm following in the footsteps. Yeah, on the shoulders of giants, I'm being carried. Yeah, absolutely. So every time I say that, I always think, where's giant software? Yeah, but that's not the giants I'm on about. But yeah, it is true. Right, so then let's go through. I think we're still going to need one more month. And we're going to sell the produce that's going to make us a fortune in March. So 9 o'clock. But yeah, it is true. If I time-lapse this, it's going to be like 20 minutes. And to be honest, I like this to be seen, this particular one, because this is where we make the money from all of the work we did. And we did do some work. We really, really did. Now that would be useful for us, wouldn't it, really? Is that the 6? It is. That's why it's so expensive. Yeah, I think we can run down there. Yeah, the only thing is we're not going to be able to afford everything, but I suppose in another way we can. Yeah, I am being silly. We are about. Wouldn't you invest back in your business? I do love it. I've never had this little one. Never. Again, it's terribly slow. And me and terribly slow things don't really get on very well. That's all I can say. Oh, yeah, it is true. It's like this would be... It's just a little too slow for me, really. I'm not a massive fan of... Right, sell. Yes, fantastic. So are we going to... I think we will. We will buy it, but obviously we can't afford it right now. But it is true. That would be really... We're doing potatoes all of the time. How did we plan that out? I'm just trying to think. Yeah, we must have leased one. I totally cannot remember what we actually did with that. So do love the smoke coming from the chimneys. That is absolutely amazing. It really is. Right, so then let's see, the prices should now really be on the green. And they are. So then, we can see that that says 74,665. Now, we've not got all of it out. We are going to need the telehandler, because I'm determined that this I am going to tax, or I think we've loaded most of it. There's probably going to be another 10, 12 tons, maybe. We should see what it says inside when we get down to it. If it's like 12 or 14 tons still inside, we will definitely do it. Like, we'll reload and we'll do it sort of like time lapse, definitely. So what have we got inside? Red ones, 16 tons. Right, okay. In that case, I am going to say my words. Yeah, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, now I'd call that a win. It would have been good without the self-marketing, but it really is the icing on the cake, that kind of like nod. So, although I stumbled across it sort of by mistake in a way, I'm really glad that I actually agree with it. It's something I did love in FS22, but never fully sort of did it. Tried it on a couple of Let's Plays with the Omatana, but didn't quite grasp it. It was self-marketing with a little bit of a lilt, where this is quite simple. Is you just get a bonus. It's my type of mod. It's like yeah, it's just, you don't have to do something and then like think, is that making me profit or is it not making me profit? You can see it's making profit. It's, yeah, and I would put that on the tin so you know exactly what you're actually getting, and it is a proper BI industry one as well. Yeah, with the paintworks flaky and everything. I'm really pleased with it. I know I keep saying it, but it does make you buzz when something that you've actually created. I mean, I know the model I didn't. I'm not trying to take the credit for that, but what I'm trying to say is the creativity that's gone into that. That's me, and that's a nice feeling when you can say that. It's an even nicer feeling if and when I will be able to make something like that from scratch. Now then, that'll be very, very pleased. Even if it's ugly, at least you know you did it all. That's really nice. Right, so 174,032. We can now afford that. That is going to really be very, very useful. And we won't need to worry about... And also, I don't know if you noticed, we did keep back some potatoes. That's not really the best way to show it, though, is it? Yeah, 180 tons. Oh, of course. Yeah, that's the bad thing. Of course, though, the potatoes, they're in a silo. So they're not, but what I mean is the game thinks they are. It's classed as additional storage. So that's why we've got so many potatoes and so many carrots, because that storage, I'm about at its limit. I think the taters would be too much, but you may have noticed me sticking like a load at the beginning in here sneakily. Well, I don't know why I say things like that. It wasn't sneakily, I did it openly. But yeah, potatoes, 17,650 litres. So we have got our spudroons sorted. Now, obviously, we've done it in this. We did have a break between the potatoes, but we won't be putting potatoes back in here again. I wonder if root crops are not advisable to put in with root crops, but you would be really seriously limiting your things, wouldn't you, really, if you didn't put any, you know, if you just, I don't know how it works, even if it's root crops, whether you'd put in another root crop would be like a bit too much, because to be honest, almost all of our stuff is root crops. It is. If we're going to go into vegetables, which we've got the vegetable planter, so it makes quite a lot of sense. Obviously, we also need to be doing some kind of yeah, if we've got the baker in that, we really don't want to be forgetting that this is, yeah. And I mean, that is the other thing is, obviously, on a Let's Play where you're self-marketing, a wise person would put the market stall near to their productions, and then you really haven't got to roam halfway across the map, which is, of course, like at the base game, what I've spent most of my time doing on a lot of the maps is running around like from one sort of thing to another. Now this one I'm not going to block up. Normally I would now block this up, but this one we want to load and unload because we're going to be selling this at its best time, but plus which we're going to get a 50% bonus as well. You could really, in essence, sell your bread at any time of the year and still make a slight profit, even at its worst. But again, most sensible people would really want to, like, yeah, do that all in one. So let's go through it. It's not far around 82,506, otherwise it will be a long session. Yeah, we're going to wait till March. We might actually do that at the beginning of the next session, because this is going to be a bit of a longer one, especially if we're doing a bit of ducking and diving. Not you can't always, it's not always stuff in the sales, and sometimes you like think, I'm not really sure that's, if it's big things, it's really always a good idea to actually buy and sell, because you get the more expensive something is. Oh, that's not a bad little, it isn't. Oh, something like that, you see. Now that's, oh, another mixer. Oh, that is a biggie, isn't it? It is. Wow, there's quite a bit of 6 meter. it is a cultivator. I was going to say, isn't that one that attaches to another implement? I think we're going to do this. I do. I think we'll build our way up to the top from the bottom. Now, haven't we got somebody still at the top? We've got the biggie, haven't we? The big new tractor. It could be its maiden voyage. Oh, no. That's definitely not the big tractor. I could have sworn we left the big tractor up here, though. Did we not? We did indeed. Fantastic. So, yes. And we even left your engine running. Fantastic. Yeah, so we will upgrade this, hopefully, ready for this coming year. And it will actually take the lead as the top. Now we've got invested in the other one, which is actually even more cheap than this. It is smaller. Admittedly, this is a lot bigger. It would be sort of serve as in good. That is a point, actually. How much would we get for the other? Because obviously bigger is always better. I have had the Farasin a lot. Yeah, no, we'll keep it as it is. It really was an absolute bargain. So I think we'll keep it. You would just, yeah, standard. Yeah, I don't want this to be taking a long time. That's what I say. It really is quite a fantastic sort of invention when you think about it. So we've got the Farasin again, and I'm not at that. It was 20-odd grand, and we'd still get 20-odd grand back for it. But to be honest, I'd say it's worth more to me as it is. So yeah, we can. Again, I suppose you could. Thinking of the cost of my very, very reasonable silos, which is done on purpose. They're more like feed bin silos, so really you could actually afford to stick them right next to a lot of things just as additional storage, which is of course what was my original plan. It was always supposed to be inexpensive but quite small, relatively. Yeah. And we want to, yeah, you will do nicely too. We could actually get both of those. And one on the front and one on the back. We will, of course, have to talk to the bank manager because we need rather a lot of cash for that, the biggie. But it is, of course, going to make us the most cash. So you wouldn't you? That's what I'm saying, really, for just running backwards and forwards. We're sort of gaining. Yeah, I mean, I would love to hear what you want, but it is a part of the game. You know, it's a way of making an income stream that really is. Please tell me I've got front three-point link. I have. I just wasn't quite level with it. Is this this is a folder upper? Oh. Oh, that's a bit. Perhaps it won't go on the front three-point link. Or perhaps there's no PTO support and we need to put the PTO support on. Could be a lot of reasons. Taz definitely got a PTO. Oh, wow. Is that making my wheels go? It is. Well, if it can make a tractor of this type of weight to do that, I'm not sure if it's usable. That's a bit of a beast. I mean, this is not exactly a snippet of a tractor. It's, what would be able to do that? Probably the sort of tractor we're about to going to do in a minute. Actually, I would say. I would say probably is going to be one of the monsters, like the 300-odd grand one that we're about to sell. Well, buy and sell. So yes, yeah. I would obviously like to hear from yourselves about what you do think about it, or if it's a bit too much. But to me, they're all valid ways that we've been given, and if it can get you an extra piece of equipment, and again, if you wish to put limitations, I really do like. I want it to be entertaining, not just boring. But I also do want to no holds barred. Always been like that. Always do my best. Always no holds barred. Do my absolute utmost. Sometimes I can get a bit carried away. I think I said that a few sessions ago about. Yeah. So we want 302,000. So this is going to be, if we can go up to, as I said, this rules as king. If we've not got, I think we can. I've not got any additional mods on, so I think it's 500 grand. Is it 1 million? I'm not sure, but yeah. Right, No, we can run down there. It's not that far. Yeah, if the entire winter... Is that a floating bit of tree? No, it would be just draw distance. Yeah, but as we get closer, it would appear. It's just really this ducking and diving that we're doing in through the winter. Is the icing on the cake. Once I did sort of realise how good a feature this was, and then it did sort of. I thought, well, are you going to like waste your and not do this just because? I thought, come on, you really would. So let's just repay that. It looks like we've got a fortune, but really we haven't. But we're still, yeah, it's still going to be not a badly amount, considering that we, yeah, 128,865 for the ducking and diving, and we've got the Pharisee. And we can now afford to upgrade our tractor. We will, mind you, we would be wise to just keep hold of the money right now and go through till, yeah, make sure if we've run out, we've run out, because to be honest, there's nothing more we can do. The bread has got the oats in, and that's got, so we haven't got any animals to feed for once, which, yeah, I'm thinking of doing the animals when we move to the proper map. But it depends on how long we actually do this before, because obviously mods are really slow at the minute. But the second Risoux Forest, if it's within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I will shift to that. But if it's longer than that, then in all honesty, oh wow, it's that back. It is. We've got the Deutz back. They're selling it back to us. Oh, now that would be useful, wouldn't it? It really would. But Dalbo, green line. Now then we need the telehandler, don't we, if we're going to do this? We do. Let's do that first. So we need to grab the telehandler, which is somewhere hiding under one of our... Some red coming through from the edge. What oats have we got left? Oh, we can't really tell, can we, from this? We need to be looking in the grain mill. 29 tons of oats left, and there's a bit of it's going to make things tricky. Let's see if we can beat the wave. This is one very useful feature of a slow wave. You might actually beat it to the shot. Thank you, Giants, for once. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, as the old saying goes. It's very, very true. We're going to have to do a sneaky trick, because I don't fancy carrying this beast over the snow. Although I would definitely crank on. You've got to. You can't let things like a bit of bad weather stop you, can you? He says. It's a beautiful header. We've got this on. I think we had it on Newtown Panther, the original. I don't know that I've got it anymore. That snow's nearly here. I knew that wasn't going to be able to stop in time. I just got this gut feeling. Right, so then we will buy you next. Now we're going to start sliding a bit, I think. Luckily, we have got... Oh, it's thick snow. Whoa, mega thick. Wow. This might be a bit of a battle. I might have to pass this after all, so it might take me 10 minutes to go a few meters down the road. It's so thick. That's not too bad. It's only really if you were going a long way over the map, isn't it? When it's flat, there's no... Yeah, well, let's think of some of Mr. Silly P's adventures on... Which one of... I can't remember which map it was of Alien Gyms that he was on. There was some really... It was an English map. One of his... Somerset? No, it's not Somerset. I can't remember the name of it. It was a really cracking map, but Jim's on. That's a good job with your tractor there, isn't it? Because I have not a clue where we are actually aiming for now. Right, we're going to have to... Right, we're going to have to do that now because I cannot see a thing. Wow, 66. We don't want any options. Why do they get switched on by default? I don't know. Yes, it's... I mean, I suppose, yeah, it does. I'm just sort of thinking if this will annoy people, but maybe it will. In which case I will time lapse it so it's over quickly. But it really is. Yeah, I mean, the game's Farming Simulator, but it's no longer Farming Simulator, is it? It's been productions for a long time, and now if Giants wish to like add something else to the game, then yeah, really, nearly should just about do this, but. Alone 5,000. I don't think, because you're only going to get like very little from a 6,000. You get 650 profit ish to a grand if it's 15%. I think it's 10, but it's between 10 and 15. It's certainly no higher than that, but I'm not 100% sure. So I don't think we're going to make. Yeah, the bigger the item, obviously, the more you make. Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, we made it. It was just a bit. So we do need to loan a little tiny bit. 5,000, and then we need to buy that, and we are going to sell you straight back again. So that was somebody returning our tractor. They didn't want it, and we've got another buyer lined up, and we have sold it again. Oh, we will do. We haven't yet. It's a shame, really, but as I said, we have now got 3 really powerful tractors, a 325, a 350, and it will be a 420. So this big beast is going to be, I don't know that it's the heaviest. The class, I think, is the winner on the heaviest tractor, I'm sure. But yeah, the vouchers tend to be quite light normally. How does it tell you? No, it doesn't on this little menu. Let's repay our debt. And we are now up to 168,408. So we're going to go one more month through till March. Next session we're going to do the selling of our vegetable soup. And then we will start all over again. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, like anything, we've got more money to invest in equipment. And we may hopefully get some like, yeah, I mean, the Quattro would be a beautiful buy, wouldn't it, really? It really would. Right, last thing. So yeah, over the winter, we obviously we did have a lot of cash. We sold half of it to grab the potato planter. 91,000, which was a steal, because it is, I mean, again, the price of equipment in FS25, 200 odd grand for that 6 metre planter. It's a beautiful bit of kit, but seriously, 200,000? I can't wait to, I really do hope we start to get some modern things in like that. And the same as, yeah, the other thing that's surprised me a little bit for the worse is that we've only got the Allstoft as the, sugarcane, the only sugarcane thing we can actually Right, now then, I insist we are going to upgrade this before anything else. I think actually it's already in the years where... Yeah, I insist. Voucher. Really, repair 5. We've only just wobbled down the road. It's disgraceful. 33,500. Reverse driving. Oh, we've got reverse driving. Very nice. Fantastic. So then, 159,000. 556. And we will be, yeah, we've obviously, I think is it April? Or is it March? The planting of our vegetables. No, all of our fields are ready. It is April. So we could, potatoes, we can plant both. We could do both like next time. Literally, so I suppose we could go through to March, because it really is a bit icky with the weather, really. That's a point as well. What? While the big blue is here, can that be upgraded, or is it already at its highest? I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a beautiful, beautiful bit of kit. To have this as your first tractor, as we did at the beginning, it really was absolutely amazing. It's going to make it slide a little. It's got a massive tank, this house. I mean, I don't mean I'm going to upgrade it, but it would be nice to, because we just obviously spent now, we've got that leasing to do. Well, actually, no, we haven't. We've got potato plants, haven't we? I've been silly. We haven't. We've got a vegetable planter. Oh, well. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack, isn't it, when it's in the snow? Right, so then, how much would the big blue? Has it got the ability to be 435? I won't do it because we've already got the other one, but it is nice to know. I did think that it was, that's why I just wanted to check. So we've got, so here's a 350, we've got 325 with the glass, and a 420 now with this, which is amazing. Oh, I've forgotten, yeah, you just had your engine ripped out and put back in again, so fantastic. So I would say that is probably one of the most powerful sets of tractors I've had, apart from on the Giant's Island map when you got lots of monstrous tractors. That was an amazing bit of the kit that you got on that. But yeah, amazing. Right, so let's go through till April. Hopefully the snow will have disappeared. We've got all of our seed potatoes. We've got seeds. We're doing a bit 8 o'clock though. Yeah, I think we've got seeds enough. Well, seeds and the vegetable planters, really, you can have just half a ton and it'll go on forever. For vegetables, won't it? Because obviously they're like litres rather than thousands of litres. It goes a long way on. I'm really hoping that this goes away quickly. And may as well, while we're waiting for that, I'm hoping the wave does come, but until it does, may as well do a little bit of wheelie dealing. Yeah, and I suppose this is what I'm trying to say. Had I continued with a time lapse, it may well. I'm hoping it should be going. Yeah, this would have been over and quickly, but if you prefer to see that, where it's more. Or if you'd prefer not to see it and we just concentrate on farming and production, so I can do that. It's just going to take longer to... And you... And also we may as well actually grab you too. Now, should we see if David and Goliath is... Yeah, if we can actually do this. I'd have thought we probably could have pulled it, but I don't know. It is in the snow as well, but I always like to see whether you're being silly or whether it's a possibility. I know it couldn't use it. Now that would be the most daftest thing of all. But can it pull it at all? It is on wheels after all. No, it is slippery. On steer. It's like, yeah, it's pulling it backwards, but I've got to be honest. If you can sort of, yeah, it's just, you can pull it in a straight line. Let's leave this to a bigger tractor. We have got plenty just here, so it seems a bit silly to make knots. It is nice to know. I think on that actually would have pulled that quite nicely in a normal place, definitely. With the snow on the ground as well. Well, I'm hoping this does clear, because this is going to cause a little bit of an issue. Let's sell that first. But we will repair that, because after all we do need it in the coming session to do our potato planting. So yes, it's quite annoying. I obviously went to great lengths to put potatoes for seed potatoes in that front box, and it can't be used. It doesn't care. I'd have realised I wouldn't have wasted my time. Yeah, it's typical. Although I suppose you could throw it out and then pick them up, because you'd drop the potatoes out and say, yeah, from that it's classed as an active box. So fantastic. 8,000. Let's just go and repair that, and then I think we're going to speed time up there, hopefully, because otherwise we are totally scuppered. Oh, I can see it coming. It's as slowly coming as it was, but I can see it in the distance. We're in business. Let's get this repaired. We've got all of the fields are ready to prep. We just literally need to seed. So we'll grab the tates and we'll do the field opposite the one, so it's not too far for grabbing the potatoes, but also we're observing crop rotation. Really, that's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, fantastic. And I think that's what we're going to leave it. Yeah, we shall back on next session. So, up to 186,397. We have also... Oh, no. You were so intent on getting to... You forgot about your carrot soup and everything. Oh. Wow, it's still 142,000... Wow, we don't need to do potatoes, I don't think. That's going to... At that rate, that's about 14 months, if it's 10 tonnes a day-ish. So we don't need to do potatoes this year. Right, well, let's sell these right now. The pig food, I think I'm going to have a problem with. But we'll have a go. Let's grab you, because really you are the most beefy of them all. And I've got to be honest, even the... I'm not sure how heavy this is. To be honest, weight and power, really... it's one thing I've always said about the masses. I love the masses, the big masses, but they tend to be lighter than a lot of the big tractors. There are some now that are heavier, but I remember having a 280 horsepower Massey, and it was very light. I needed a front weight on to give it the mass to actually... yeah, I don't think this is going to be able to draw the pig food out of here. I think I've stuffed up the loading trigger earlier. I was trying to... Oh, you were right next to it. It's right at the top. I don't know. Yeah, it's been a long session. It's a very, very fruitful one. Very true. Quite a long one there. May well have been advisable to actually... can we grab the potatoes, the pig food even, or did I break it earlier? Yeah, I did. I have broken it. Or can we get it out of the silo? That is a point. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, that was originally this. I was going to do this for so we could draw the things out of that. I wasn't sure if it would class it as you could do this, but I found yeah, we shall see. I'm not sure whether this is going to class this as having pig food in or not. It looks like it is. No, it's not. No, I didn't think it was. Yeah, it's classed as in the storage of that. And I broke the way of grabbing the loading trigger earlier. So I'm going to have to fix that. It's not the end of the world. The one thing I do want to do, though, is I would like to... that's a point. Is it the normal? I don't think it is. It's the loading trigger, which really... Oh. You've just changed where the trigger is. You didn't break it then. Oh, that's good news. I thought I'd broken it. Right, we also need to stick everything else on sale. I'd just like to see how well we actually did with this right now. Yeah, I would, because we've got an awful lot of produce. So let's do a 60 speed and take this to market. Of course, I'm going to sell it. Yeah, there's two things I did. I added pig food because nothing... You can't sell pig food at the minute, so I added pig food deliberately to the self-marketing. Because all at the time that I did this was just to make it so I could sell pig food, so I could do it on Riverbend Springs, because obviously we're making pig food but obviously it hadn't been done yet. So I had to add the pig food to the sell point. And I had to tweak around with quite a lot. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how difficult it was to do, but I did manage to do it. And we should see that I can sell this. It should register now as should. Well, okay. Well, that is odd because... Ooh. Is really odd because this worked on Riverbend Springs and this I haven't touched. So is it like, yeah, the trigger level? Right, let's not worry about this. I can sort this out afterwards and I can start the camera if it is down to that. Let's just do the biggie, which I think is already done at 9 o'clock and I didn't see it. So that is on top of Riverbend Springs, and this is the best I've ever seen on hard economy. So that is a win, definitely. And had we got any fields, I would... Yeah, you can see. I think it's trigger. You can see the box is quite sunken. So I think we're probably going to have to level that, because triggers are really funny. It's why it's not always a good idea to do it in B mode, as it's now called. Yes. So we'll have a go at that next session. So we've sold all of our goods. We can do our planting next time, and we shall do it. But I've got to be honest, that is quite amazing. So we can... I think, yeah, what we're going to do? We're going to do normal... Oh, yeah, I've not done pigs yet. We've got pig food. Yeah, I suppose we could actually, in thinking about it. Why don't we actually just use the pig food for pigs? And we go with pigs the first time ever, and we'll do this properly. Because the livestock, I'm not sure if the livestock market is actually working now. Yeah, that is a point. We could do a test next session by borrowing a trailer and grabbing a pig, and yeah, sell the enclosure if it doesn't work. So that, yeah, we could actually do that. That was not a bad idea. So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.